Hello everyone and welcome back to 4KB Shorts Let's Play of Kerbal Space Program. So on our last mission we were able to get a probe to land on Lathe and whatever it calls a lake. Today we're actually going to try to get some Kerbin onto Lathe. Yay! Kerbin Lathe. I put one of these together a little bit ago, so I'm just going to slap this together really quick just to kind of show you what it is I'm hoping for. I have not done any tests on this yet, like for flying out into Lathe, even taking off. I haven't even tested taking off, so I don't know what's going to happen. But basically what we're building, or what we're going to be using, is something that looks along the lines of this. And that's what we're actually going to get to Lathe. And there's going to be, the ant is going to be inside here, and there's the landing legs down here that are going to be on, and that's really going to be the whole of the thing that we're going to land. Now, I already took the liberty of putting one together, so you guys didn't have to bother, because this is all stock components from Bobcat Industries. They all go together the same way. There's really no experimentation to be done except for layering, and even that's not that big a deal. So I did go ahead and put one together for you guys, and I haven't tested it yet, but here it is. Well, here it will be. There it is. Yeah, all those big white rockets. Okay, you see the 3 nuclear engines there, and then you have these really, really, really big rockets. Yeah. This is the Lathe stand, as I call it. That's as far as I can zoom out, too. I do not know, not even a little bit, how this is going to perform. That is actually a really big deal, because I haven't even tested it, like I said. But because we're here, because we're on, we're in the system, and we want to go ahead and see if this thing works, if at all, we're going to do a test launch first, and if we're lucky, that test launch may turn into a real launch. So for the first test launch of the Lathe stand, I will see you guys out on the launch pad. I'm sorry you guys missed it, but something strange has occurred. As you can see, massive explosion. But Fredio and Newlorf have survived. Now let's find out exactly what went wrong there. Structural failure on linkage between Joule V main tank and Joule V main tank. Okay, that basically means the 2 tanks that I had stacked on top of each other failed. So it looks like this thing might actually be too heavy to lift off under its own power as is. So let's go ahead and go back inside and see what we can fix, and I will see you there. Alright everybody, here we are. Okay. Okay, I think I know what happened there. I think that might have been what happened last time too. Intersection issue. I have to spin my rocket. And that's probably basically the only problem that we have. Okay, so we learned something. Let me go ahead and do that, and we'll be right back outside. Alright everybody, outside again, waiting for the system to catch up, and there shouldn't be an intersect issue. There shouldn't be... Hey! Look at that. All cleaned up and ready to go. So let's go ahead and close our garage. Let that happen before we decide to launch anything. Fredio and Newlorf have survived 2 previous crashes on the same ship, so hopefully that they'll be able to launch with us. And let's get this thing off the ground. Let's see what happens. So throttle up and launch. Oh, by the way, I have no SAS on this thing. Oh, is the screen folding, or is it no? The ship's just rattling really bad. Anyway, I have no SAS on this. I have no RCS on it. I am in fact flying solely by the thrust vectoring of this very wobbly ship. It doesn't seem to want to stay together. It rattled itself apart. Okay, bad things are afoot. So, yet another issue that we'll have to address. So let's do that before Fredio and Newlorf die. And I'll see you back inside. Okay, this design does not appear to be working for us. It's wobbly, it's heavy, it doesn't want to cooperate. It's just like, no more love for you. I was really hoping to use nuclear rockets right here, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that or not. Because we're going to have to do something crazy. Let's see what that crazy might be. There should be a 3-ring decoupler here. Would this work? Not singularly, no, of course not. So there's no way for that to happen. Crap. Okay, well, we may have to discard the home system for Lathe for now and build something similar, much lighter, much less ungangly, and yeah, we'll go ahead and see if we can build something a little bit more cooperative, because right now the way this is going to work is anything smaller than like 3 rockets down here is not going to be hefty enough to lift this. And well, we do have, I guess we have one more option to try while we're here. We do have like at least one more option. Let's go ahead and see if we can, because I really like those high rates of I don't know, thrust, I guess. Oh wow, we could do more than that. Let's do this. Is that 6? 8? 6? Yeah, it's 6. Let's do 6. Let's see what happens with 6. Bam. No, come on, don't fight me. Don't fight me. No, why? Oh, because of that. Crap. Well, I had the idea, but then it left me. So, unfortunately, yeah, we're going to have to design something a little bit better. So, for now, the lathe stand at this point is going to be saved as this, because this may come back later, because in space, this is actually not a bad design. Not in space, this is a big pain in the butt. So it's something I'm going to have to think about. So I'm going to kill the video here, and I will be back once I've thought about this a little bit and try to figure out whether we want to take this up or take up something else. Alright everybody, after a few minutes of thinking, I came up with this monstrosity. This is not going to get us to Lathe, not even close. What it is actually going to do is get this into orbit. After that, we're going to do a similar maneuver as we did with the moon lander, and we're going to build a ship, specifically, a very light ship, specifically to cart this, and to tugboat this to Lathe. And that's going to be attached right here. So, because of that, we're going to see if we can get this part at least into orbit, with all the fun you see here, and then as soon as that's done, we will move on to stage 2. And as much as I did all that work on the space station, if this works out, we may not even need to use it, but we'll have to see. So I'll see you guys out there on the launch pad once again. Ooh boy. Alright everyone, out here on the launch pad once again. Might have a minor intersection issue, I don't know. Ooh, did I forget the space tape? I think I did. I think I forgot the space tape. Ah, screw it. Let's see what happens anyway. Let's do this. Let's see what happens. Ooh, she wobbly. Yeah, very wobbly boat. But she's also got a very high surface to weight ratio. Surface thrust to weight ratio. I keep forgetting that word. But hey, you know. Oh. Oh. Yeehaw! Oh, God. Yep. I am definitely going to need space tape. Alright everyone, as far as I can tell, all the space tape is now functioning. There might have been a problem with an intersect issue between one of the space tapes and a fuel line, I think. I don't know. I just moved some stuff around and that apparently fixed it. But apparently it's a long way from... Well, it looks like it didn't fix it. So, oops. Okay everyone, this time I just took off straight away. I didn't wait for the physics engine to catch up or anything. As soon as it let me have control, I just slammed on the gas and launched. Whatever is going on is an issue with all the parts attached to the ground. Because of that, I just decided to just get this thing up as quickly as possible, and it looks like that worked so far. But the staging is now where it becomes a thing. So let's see how our staging does. Stage 1. Broke off a little bit, but hopefully it didn't take anything with it. I think it did. What did it take with it? I don't know. Did it take an engine with it? No. Nope, my staging's wrong. That's what's wrong. I don't know how, but my staging's off. Okay. Something went horribly wrong. Ah, let's try again. Alright everybody, simpler is better I guess. 3.89 surface to weight, 4371 thrust for only 68 seconds, but hey, who cares? All those extra rockets were just getting me killed anyway, right? So let's see if this will take us into orbit at least. And I'll see you out there. Okay everybody, I skipped it. My apologies, I was actually getting very frustrated with launching and crashing and launching and crashing, and that's not what this video is supposed to be about. So I did skip that launch, but it turns out it worked, or at least partially worked. It turns out the home habitat module has fuel in it, and I was able to use the fuel thrusters, or the thrusters that I put on the home module, plus the fuel in the tanks to finish my orbit. Because of that, I am now in a stable orbit around Kerbin, but I am going to have to dock a ship onto this and pull it to Lathe. What that ship is going to be, or whether or not it's going to work, is really going to be pretty random. So for this video, I think that we have finished our initial task, getting up here. Once again, I don't know if we will be able to, or have a need to dock with the space station at 200,000 meters, but it is still an option, and it is still capable if we need to. But first we have to get a ship up here to tugboat this to Lathe. So, because of that, I would like to thank you all for joining me, 4 kilobytes short, on this Let's Play of Kerbal Space Program. And I will see you next video.